We're back. It's been a year and a half since I posted a video on this Honda Elite 250. It's been in pieces since then. I haven't done a video on it and it's time to get it done. So I'll go over the little things that I've done here and there over the year and a half, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and we're gonna finish this bad boy up. So over the last year and a half, I have cleaned the carbs, removed rust from the gas tank, twice now. I cleaned and lubed all the throttle cables and brake cables. I've replaced the bulbs and the turn signals. I've replaced the petcock and the fuel and coolant lines. I've also changed the oil and the coolant fluid. I've disassembled the blinker and horn housing, and I cleaned and lubed with lithium grease so it works. I sanded and painted the exhaust, replaced the battery, got new tires, and I got it registered. So let's get ready for part 2, and hopefully we'll get this on the road in this video. That's the plan after a year and a half of it sitting in pieces. I made a list of everything that I think we need to finish up. We're going to put the wheels back on. We're going to install the exhaust. We're going to replace the belt. We're going to grease up the sliders and install that, and I'll show you that. And we'll see if that's enough to get on the road. So let's get to it. First things first, we got to put on our trusty rubber gloves. Let's get to it. We're going to start with the back wheel first. Still nice and lubed up. So I replaced the tires. They originally had, I guess, 4.00 by 10s. I ended up going with the 120/90 10s, which is a much fatter tire, much beefier tread too. I read in some forums that it was supposed to fit, and I hope it does. Uh-oh. Hot diggity dog, look at that. We're going to put the suspension back on. It's a 24mm for this back axle. Now it's time to put the exhaust back on. When this came off, I don't know if it came off correctly. But I'm sure it'll go back on just fine. All right, back wheel's all tidied up. Got the new painted exhaust, looks nice. I did sand it down a little bit because there was some, I guess, scooter's been down a couple times, so it was scraped up. So I ended up painting the whole thing with a flame-proof, I guess, ceramic coating. So that should be just fine. All right, got everything tightened up. Suspension's on. The wheel moves. Doesn't look like anything's hitting it. Oh, just realized we have got a little bent rim there. Front wheel time. You gotta remember that this one and this way. Holy shit. Uh-oh. It don't fit. Shee. I'm a big fan of putting bolts back in where they came from so I don't lose them, so something to keep in mind. I don't know if you can see, pulled the little tab out and these things are bent, so it looks like it never was correctly in there, so let's get that fixed. Let's hopefully see if that works. Okay, got it in. And I messed it up. All right. To make this a little bit easier, I'm going to lower this down so it lines up a little easier. Got that bad boy through. Raise her back up. Now we're going to button up this front brake. Let's put this on for now, just hand tight. Oops. Okay, let's try that front brake. No rubbing. So I was afraid of with these larger tires, there have to be some rubbing somewhere, but plenty of room. All right, so I've got the rollers disassembled here. I cleaned that up fairly decently, I think good enough. It was really caked on. So a lot of these rollers have some flat spots on them. Let's see if we can see those. Let's get it in the light. Anyways, some of them are worse than others, but I mean, I think overall they're fine. So that's what came in. I don't know if they've been replaced before. And also, I guess kind of doing some research, we're going to put some white lithium grease in there to lube these up a little bit as we put them in. New glove time. Good grief. Okay. So now we're gonna put this bad boy. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna make sure all these spacers are back in correctly. All right, come on. Okay, and then we put the Oh shoot. Did not clean that up. Let's get that cleaned up. I'm not gonna make it perfect or anything, but we're just gonna at least scoop out a lot of this old grease. Since we put new grease in. Looks good enough to me. Alright, with these Honda Elite scooters, they have a closed, I guess, casing for the sliders, which is not normally the case with a lot of other, like, newer scooters. So, okay. Alrighty. That bad boy's all in there. Looking good. Alright, we're going to get a new rag to make sure these are all cleaned up. I'm a big fan of these microfiber cloths. I get them in bulk at Costco. And they're so cheap that, you know, whenever you ruin all these rags, it's not a big deal. Because they are so cheap. And they're big. So we're going to clean that all up. That looks pretty good. Clean this one up. You can tell how dirty it was. Let's get it installed. Alright, now that we're back in here, I'm just gonna kind of clean up some of the old, I guess, debris from the old belt here. Alright, so looking at this belt, I don't know, I've never worked on a scooter before or changed a belt, so I don't know if there's a proper way to install this a certain direction. I'm just gonna go with the numbers out. Alright, so we got everything on. And now to put this on. Man, that clutch is pretty loud. Goodness grief. Alright. So belt is nice and tight. Let's double check. Alright, that is on. Let's get this plate back on. I don't remember how I got it off with this thing in the way. Alright, so there's a bolt like way back there that loosens this up. So I just went ahead and did that to make myself more room. What a pain. Goodness gracious. Okay. Make sure all these seal up. Now I gotta tighten back up this bolt right here so this doesn't come loose. So I've got everything buttoned up with the belt, and I got everything buttoned up. Got everything buttoned up with the belt and the air filter and everything. So everything's back on there nice and tight. Made sure to tighten that bolt over there. So in order for me to get this cover off over here, I had to take this piece off. So let's put that back on. All right, I've got everything buttoned up now. Only took me 45 minutes to figure this piece out, but I got it. And so last we got to do is the covers, and then we should be done. Well, that's not the right one. I think we're done. I think it's all wrapped up. Now I guess to clean up the bench and let's take it out. Well, we got the Honda Elite up and running, and we're going to do a little test ride. A little walkthrough real quick. We got the fuel gauge. I don't think that works. Clock does not work. If you notice, there's no key because it's in my pocket, and it could run with a key or without a key. So that's cool. I'm afraid it's going to fall out while I'm riding. Yeah, so it's 250 cc's, rear brake down here, front brake up here. I'm going to double check to see if the speedometer matches what the GPS actually says. So let's go. Alright, speedometer says we're at 30, we're at 35. Woo. These little 10-inch tires are real fun on the bumpy road. Alright, so we're doing 45. Speedometer says 40. Speedo says 45. We're doing 52, 53. So that's good to know. But man, it's running pretty good. I bet this will do 65, 70 miles an hour. Still got a lot of room to accelerate. These aren't the roads I want to do it on. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So the seat is quite comfortable. It's pretty large, but the foam is old and kind of worn out. But it works pretty well. Of course, the motorcyclist did not wave back at me. Alright. Yeah, this feels really good. Alright, we're going to do a 0 to... Let's do a 0 to 30. Alright, we're going to let the car pass. Alright, 0 to 30. 3, 2, 1. Damn. That was pretty quick. Alright, we're going to see if this gas gauge works. It's currently a little less than half, so I'm going to fill it up and see if it actually works. Okay. Key on. Nothing's changed. We're gonna start it. Maybe we just need to give it time. Ugh, come on. Ugh. Well, guys, I appreciate you sticking around for part 2 of finishing up this beautiful 1980s scooter. If you are interested in content like this, please make sure that you like and subscribe for more videos like that. We'll have more coming up. I got some good ones in the works. So hopefully we'll see you guys soon.